The following video contains unvetted information. Watch at your own risk. Hey guys, I wanted to give you a preview of tomorrow's project. It's a park bench, or a garden bench, I guess you would call it. Let me show it to you really quick. There, that's all you're gonna get. That's your preview. Now I wonder how many of you are going back and trying to pause it. Right there, pause. Anyway, so that'll be tomorrow. I still have to paint it. You wanna see it again? Okay, here it is. Saying it to pause twice. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, also, the most important part about it is there's actually going to be 2 videos tomorrow because I got a contest coming up where you can win some really cool stuff. But it's not a sweepstakes. You're actually going to have to do a little bit of work if you want to win. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for that. Okay, let me get to a little bit more of this whole fine woodworking business, and that'll be it, because I'm just tired of it, really. These guys are just boring. This whole subject just bores me to tears. So if you don't want to listen to this, don't, but I had to respond a little bit more. Basically, I got 2 of the guys from Fine Woodworking contacted me. One of them left a copied and pasted message in my blog that he had posted somewhere else. And the other guy emailed me, and they were, it's kind of funny because they're not concerned about any of the comments they made at all. They're pretty much fine with all of that. They're not concerned with my comments. The only thing they were concerned about was the title of their episode that was called A Perfect Storm of Stupidity. And they've since retitled that. If you notice, now you go on there and it's called Compounding Errors, which is just beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't have called it better myself. So anyways, they wanted me to tell you that the title Perfect Storm of Stupidity does not refer to online woodworkers. That was something that they said later on in the video, which I guess for you 8 people who sat through the entire video, and well, I guess maybe the 4 of you who stayed awake during that video, you would have known that they were talking about themselves. So I guess it still sort of fits. But anyways, the one guy sent me a transcript of what they actually said, which I suppose he wants me to read this to you. So I thought this would set it all straight and clear it up, and so that you understand that they were not talking about online woodworkers being a perfect storm of stupidity. Here's the transcript. Okay, Mike. What if I go ahead and put my pieces back together, and every place where there's not a mortise in the opposite face, I drill mortises there. So instead of 3 mismatched sets of mortises, I now have 6 perfectly aligned sets of mortises. Ed, yeah. Mike, lots of mortises. Ed, Mike, I believe it's called mortai. Asa, 6 mortai, 6 rows of mortai. This is sounding a lot like my favorite kind of error, which is where one bit of stupidity gets compounded by a second bit of stupidity into crossing the streams into a perfect storm of stupidity. There you have it. And you know what that is? That right there is comedy gold. I think what they see is everything that's online is, especially videos, YouTube videos, is they perceive those as just kind of cute little things that guys are doing. Because in the second video that these guys put out, which also I'm sure nobody has watched, and I'm not going to link to it. If you guys want to search it out, you can. The guy tries to issue this disclaimer at the beginning of it. It's not an apology, because I think they pretty much stand by what their philosophy is on online woodworking. But his disclaimer is that he was only talking about a few individuals who, let's see, what does he say here? A handful of individuals who overdo their credentials, who are putting themselves forward as experts. Who are these people? Do you know them? I know a lot of bloggers online and a lot of people producing woodworking videos, and I can't think of a single one who is touting himself as an expert and isn't. I don't know. Where are they getting these people? They just pulling them out of thin air. My guess is that they really haven't watched a lot of online woodworking videos. I'll bet you anything those guys at Fine Woodworking have never seen any of my videos. Can you imagine them stooping as low as to watch some hack like me make woodworking projects? I'll bet you they never heard of them until a couple days ago. But then, hey, maybe now they're subscribers, you know, at least maybe to Mere Minutes, so they can keep up with what I'm saying about them. And the sad thing about that is that these guys are completely closing themselves off to a lot of really cool, unvetted material on the internet. You know, guys like Matthias Wandel, who produces some genius work, or Mark Spagnuolo over at the Wood Whisperer, who does some really fine stuff. So there's a lot of good content out there. And if there's bad content, don't you just kind of, you look at it? I mean, anybody who's watched any number of YouTube videos, you start watching it and you go, eh, and then you click away, because it's like, you know, a short attention span. So I think we all can figure it out on our own. But my videos will continue to be unvetted.